Now, viewers, I can tell you one thing very clearly. It is 9:49 a.m. We are about 1 hour and 49 minutes into the counting. We are nowhere close to getting a very clear sense of which way this is headed.
Tanvi, as we are talking, NDA has clearly surged ahead, except for that one channel which is determined to show it otherwise. I think NDA has clearly surged ahead, and it's a replica of the 2015 moment now. Post 10 a.m., you're going to see a completely different story, and I stick to my numbers of 135 seats.
135 is what Tuhin had told us on Saturday. This morning, he reiterated that he's going to stick to that number. We're looking at 105 for the NDA. And 109 for the Mahagathbandhan. Remember, the first exit poll that we had brought to you, the C voter exit poll, had actually put both of these parties neck and neck in the same region, just short of the halfway mark of 122. In the next few hours, as more and more numbers trickle in, the parties will be able to consolidate their leads in some of these seats, and hopefully we'll have a clearer picture. One can only hope it's not a result that drags on for days together, Vinay. I think this is what we were hoping for last week as the USA numbers came out, that Bihar doesn't leave us hanging like that.
But in India, results don't drag on. It's the post-poll trading that drags on.
At the moment, a hung assembly is definitely possible. Looks like it.
For the last election counting, which went on till midnight, was probably the Madhya Pradesh election.
But that was because of the VVPAT. That was the first time they were doing VVPAT.
Well, Madhya Pradesh is going to be getting a lot more clarity now. I think the last set of numbers that we got, the Election Commission's own update has given BJP a lead in 6 seats and Congress a lead in 2.
No, so now that's updated, Tanvi. That's been updated. Now BJP is leading in 13 seats in Madhya Pradesh, and the Congress is now leading in 2.
So the expectation largely was that the BJP will only end up solidifying its position in Madhya Pradesh under the Shivraj Singh government, and that's what is happening. Perhaps good news for Jyotiraditya Scindia, who will be looking to prove his mettle after he jumped ship to the BJP. Yes, sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was saying, that at the moment it looks like a hung assembly definitely appears to be quite possible at this stage. It's not a clear lead for the Mahagathbandhan as it was appear about half an hour earlier. So there has definitely been a trend reversal. But yes, we do not know who is going to win, but definitely Nitish Kumar is on the losing side. That is very clear. That he is taken a major blow. How it is going to affect government formation, his political future, these are all things that we have to keep track of.
See, even if the NDA were to come back to power, with
even if he is chief minister,
in that case, BJP would want Nitish Kumar to shift to the center and leave the mantle here for somebody else.
Quite possible.
If that happens.
So may I just reiterate what we told our viewers is the first round of exit polls that came out, which was the C voter, the Times C voter exit polls, that had predicted about 116 seats, 104 to 128. That was the range given for NDA, and 108 to 131, that was the range given for the Mahagathbandhan. And in order of parties, it had predicted that RJD would be the single largest party with 81 to 89 seats, BJP at number 2 with 66 to 74 seats, and then the JDU at 38 to 46, and then the Congress at 21 to 29. We are largely in that range bracket now. We are headed that direction, which does look like it's going to be a very close finish. And then Vinay, it boils down to quick response, smart thinking, and a lot of arithmetic.
Yes, but I mean, again, I have my own personal filter. I still don't react to, leads till at least about 10:30 to 11. So I mean, a lot will change. I don't know which way it will change, but a lot will change. There's absolutely certain that a lot will change because some of the constituencies are not even reporting as of now.
Yeah.
And remember, there is a slight inconsistency between the regions in terms of the reportage. So there will be a change.
So VIP getting 5 seats is again something
I
which
was
needs
just
to
going
be
to say that the left
noted.
is leading in 10, VIP in 5, and Ham in 2 seats.
5 out of 11.
Yeah, so at least that gamble that many are also looking at for the BJP of giving that many seats to the VIP.
That's right.
We'll have to wait and see. These are leads again.
Some of BJP leaders are fighting on VIP symbol.
Yes.
That's their arrangement, internal arrangement.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a reaction coming in from Mr. KC Tyagi. And he has a very interesting comment to make about the results so far. Listen in.
एक साल में ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ कि ब्रांड नीतीश खत्म हुआ हो या ब्रांड आरजेडी प्लस हुआ हो। सिर्फ और सिर्फ हम कोविड-19 के इम्पैक्ट की वजह से हारे।
सर एलजेपी का कोई रोल देखते हैं?
एलजेपी का नकारात्मक भूमिका रही है, उसका कोई सकारात्मक रोल या नामो निशान बिहार की राजनीति में नहीं बचा।
एक साल में ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ कि जेडीयू पीछे जाए, ये सिर्फ कोविड की वजह से हारे हैं हम। दिस इज कोविड। जब वो कहते हैं कि कोविड की वजह से, does he mean that people have judged Nitish on his COVID performance or that not enough people came out to vote?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a defensive comment. He's obviously trying to now look for an explanation of why the party is doing badly. The answer is very simple. COVID की वजह से अगर हारे हैं तो इसलिए हारे because in the COVID era, Nitish Kumar wasn't seen to be doing anything. As we've been talking about it since yesterday, politics is about perception. Yogi Adityanath created a perception that he's doing a lot during the COVID, right? He said he was the first one who rushed buses to Kota, even when the ICMR was actually, the Prime Minister himself was saying, stay where you are. I mean, he sent buses all the way to Kota. He started asking people to come back. He's kept promising buses. Nitish said, jahan hai wahi rahiye. And then he went into a reclusive mode. He never came out, he spoke to people, never addressed his state. Adityanath, I know that in eastern UP and even in central UP, a lot of the districts actually set up camps for labourers returning from Punjab. Even though they were not from UP, they were actually in transit, so to speak. So it's about perception, and I think that perception has left people very hurt and bitter. So if he's saying COVID ki wajah se, then it's themselves.
I just also want to point out that this was a bite that came in issue a little while earlier. It actually doesn't factor in the numbers we are looking at right now.
I see. Yeah.
So that which also makes a huge difference, because that means he already knew
That's right.
what was coming and the numbers that we are looking at. So they are a lot more aware of the reality and their own performance. What would it mean for Nitish Kumar to be reduced, for his party to be reduced to number 3 in the state?
Well, it is definitely going to mean very negatively for him in the future is concerned. We are not even certain that whether, if in a hung situation, if when attempts to form a government is made, the BJP takes a lead, we are not even certain that it would be an NDA government with Nitish Kumar as Chief Minister. It's quite possible that because of the numbers, BJP say that now it's time for you to sit down and, you either move to the center or do nothing else. We'll make you a partner. You can send somebody else, a nominee in the central cabinet, and we'll have a chief minister of our own. So I see all kinds of possibilities. I think a better situation of what is the likely scenario.
Do they have a candidate?
We require a bit more of clarity. The BJP has been famous, picking up from nowhere. They picked up Khattar from nowhere in Haryana.
Yeah.
So the BJP has a past of putting anybody as a proxy candidate, say that he is a representative of Modi. That ultimately, that if the BJP is doing so well, it is again what we were saying, that it is because of Mr. Modi, and this is one of the greatest paradoxes in Indian politics, that regardless of how badly, whatever is the negative perception of people as far as Mr. Modi is concerned, people still continue to have tremendous faith in his ability and to actually take them out from the present crisis that they are facing. This is something which we have to understand.
Tuhin, if Nitish Kumar is not able to pull beyond 44, 45 seats, would the BJP explore that option? Why make him, the face for the next 5 years?
We have been aware of the fact that Nitish's party would get lesser than us, right? So, but 44, 45, trust me, is not a bad performance at all. Had it been less than 1/3 or less than 35, then we would have been worried, because we are fairly sure we are getting, around 75, 80. So in that situation, at least 75, 80. So in that situation, with his 40, we are in a position to form the government. And even if, like we've repeatedly said this, I don't see there is any point in immediately trying to, change the existing arrangement, because he is one of the oldest partners, barring those 2 years he has been with NDA. What happens 2 years later, 1 year later, is something one doesn't know. But at this point of time, my sense is that we will comfortably form a government with simple majority, and he would be the CM.
See, in this case, the numbers that we are getting, and JDU, those numbers are changing, obviously. The numbers are now changing in favor of the NDA. Going by those numbers, Congress final numbers could be less, and BJP, NDA combined could go by, let us go by the assumption that NDA moves closer to majority or inches around majority or gets past that majority till such time it reverses. For the sake of talking about Nitish Kumar's prospects from here on.
Yeah.
So BJP having played second fiddle to Nitish Kumar in Bihar politics since 2005 very clearly, and prior to that also at the center, when Nitish Kumar would push for a Rajya Sabha seat for JDU to LK Advani and to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and ultimately gain in getting that particular seat, be it in Jharkhand, be it in Bihar. From there on, and we know that current BJP leadership is not in a mood and never had been a mood to give extra space to its allies. They want to expand and consolidate their own party structure. In Bihar, disproportionate to strength of LJP, they gave seats to LJP. Thereon, they realized that this was not possible. So the alliance did not happen in these elections. And these numbers definitely say post 2005, this is for the first time when BJP will have greater numbers than
I'm
the NDA.
giving you another
Of course,
situation.
strike rate was much greater. Nitish Kumar himself has said that he is tired, but Nitish Kumar, remember, is again also a hugely egoist man, bit idealist also, as he displays that particular streak time and again. So what happens, how they go to Nitish Kumar, approach Nitish Kumar, ki sir bahut ho gaya, now aap bhi keh chuke, this was my last election,
Right.
please take a back seat. That is going to take, I think, great deal of negotiations and talks, and maybe BJP would ideally want a very decent exit of Nitish Kumar, a very decent
that's why
retirement
I
benefits
said,
for
Sanjay ji,
Nitish
ki
Kumar,
that will take
so
a
that
year
they
or two.
also convey a
That would
message
take a year.
to,
No, yeah, exactly,
to his
that's what I
social
was
support
asking.
base, to his social support base.
No, so
to
it
his
obviously
party
can't be an
support base.
immediate thing. This is what we're talking
Also,
about.
I'm
really
giving
has
you
to
another
be over-
possibility.
over-
Also,
over
Tanvi,
a
I'm
period
giving you
of
another
years.
possibility. What if in the end, since politics is the art of the possible, of making things possible, what if in the end it is BJP plus JDU plus LJP? In
So
the
I was
end,
just going to come to that, because
in the
look at the
end,
numbers
Chirag
right now.
Paswan could be made a minister in the center, and two of his people, and he could be given those reassurances
Well,
that whatever your concerns are, that will be taken care of. So
LJP,
eventually it becomes.
LJP,
So
one
technically,
part is
if you
part
look
of
at the
NDA
alliance numbers, the original alliance numbers right now, it's 108 for the BJP, JDU with HAM and VIP, and LJP is leading in 7. Just to let our panelists and viewers also know, these LJP's 7 leads, 4 of them are coming from the Magadh region, from Alauli, Kurta, Paliganj, and Tegra. These are 4 in the Magadh region where LJP is leading. They also have 1 lead in Seemanchal, which is in the in one specific constituency that I'm just going to pull out. And then, of course, they have 1 lead coming in from the Bhojpur region. But 7 leads for the LJP. In Dinara, in the Bhojpur region, is where they're leading as well.
Dinara is very interesting because the gentleman contesting from LJP constituency ticket was perceived to be BJP's Manohar Lal Khattar in 2015 elections. He was Prant Pracharak Sangathan Mahamantri of Jharkhand, and then it was believed that he was kind of Manohar Lal Khattar when he contested election from Dinara on BJP seat ticket. This time he moved away to the LJP. That gave a great deal of talking point and spiced up Bihar elections. So that again is a very interesting scenario, and the possibility which Tuhin was just talking about, that LJP, BJP and JDU remain combined, which is entirely possible. After all, Tejaswi Yadav ka सीना फाड़ने पे
See, honestly,
so
for all
that
the
possibility is
diligent
there.
and the spirited campaigning which Chirag Paswan has done, he doesn't have the gravitas to, I'm not sure whether he has the gravitas to hold his grudge against JDU for too long. So the incentive of having a few, 2 or 3 ministers in the state cabinet, him being given a larger stature in national politics, I think that would largely take care of many of his concerns.
Yes, but the grudge was also mutual. It is not just
mutual.
Chirag Paswan. It was also Nitish Kumar who was very resentful about the way Chirag has gone about doing his politics in the last 7-8 months.
Yes, absolutely.
And one point which Vinay was making in the morning, we all were on the same page. When we were talking about numbers and projections, as some channels do early in the morning
Yes.
to excite and titillate. Even a channel which was projecting two-third majority to the Mahagathbandhan, they all are now going back to the EC's numbers, which
Course correction.
We currently are seeing.
No, there is a reason for that. It's not as if they'll go back to the numbers. You understand the game. When channels do this stuff in the morning, they can only do it till the time the majority seats are reporting. Once they report, you have to do that. You don't have a choice. It's by default. The counter has to be reset because once 243 are to the reporting, you have to go back to the reset.
May I
counter.
just
So
say,
that's-
much
So-
like,
so
not
power
the
play is
analogy I
over.
would want to
Vinay's 8
quote
to 10
here.
8 to 10 power play is over.
No, my power play will be over at 11 o'clock.
Oh, it's been extended, okay. But much like, not an analogy I would want to quote, but much like the RJD workers who are showing a lot of restraint today and responding in a very disciplined manner, I think largely our industry has also done that. And officially, formally, everybody seems to be following the slow counting verified numbers that are coming, which is good. But what the leads that you're looking at, and I will emphasize this again, these are still leads. NDA 112 and Mahagathbandhan 107. So if you see, the NDA now has taken the lead over Mahagathbandhan. And the LJP numbers are separate. It's not even included in that. If any day BJP and Chirag Paswan do manage to find the love for each other again, despite Nitish Kumar's presence, then that tilts it further in favor of the NDA.
If the
Mr.
present
Nilanjan.
trend continues, it is quite possible that the BJP may end up being the largest party in the
Yes.
state. More than the
So,
RJD, it's quite likely.
Which is what Vinay was saying even to Manoj Tiwari earlier, that
Yeah,
it is now looking clearer and
he
clearer.
was saying with great conviction.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was actually looking with great interest the seats that JDU has had for the last 3 elections, just to see who's getting breached more. And from a cursory look now, I can tell you that it is the JDU's safe seats that are getting breached the maximum. For instance, Bihariganj, which JDU has held for 3 elections, Congress is now ahead significantly. Dhoraiya, again, JDU has held that seat for 3 elections, the RJD is ahead. Harnaut, where JDU has held, the LJP is ahead. Similarly, Maharajganj, where JDU has won for 3 elections, Congress is ahead. And again, Nirbali, where JDU has held for 3 elections, the RJD is ahead. Even Bakhtiyarpur, which JDU has held forever, RJD is ahead, Yusuf Salahuddin is ahead of it. Singheshwar, where JDU used to hold that seat for 3 elections, the RJD is ahead. So, I've just done a filter and I've seen that more safe seats of JDU are actually being breached as opposed to, say, the BJP or even the RJD.
But in that case, JDU still holding on to 45. Like I said,
That's
I mean,
right.
the golden rule, the one which I had said in the morning, was BJP had to retain at least 2/3 of the seats, and JDU should not have fallen less than 1/3.
That's true.
So that way, JDU holding on to 45 out of 238, which are presently for which leads are available, is still a decent performance. And I don't think this government is going anywhere.